My name is Steve Kanthan. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of TaxiCash Venture. We are a company from Australia, and we are a original company from Chauffeur Live, and operating 3 years. And we have found the frustration of the cost increase in this industry caused by a lot of other third parties, hence the birth of TaxiCash. TaxiCash is one of the tokens that we are developing at the moment, but the whole idea is the industry, the transport industry needs the shake-up, and that's exactly what we are doing. So the first step would be the TaxiCash, and subsequently we will be moving into the buses, the trains, the ferries, the aeroplanes, and the like. So T-Cash would be our mainstay and the main symbol to go forward. The reason for TaxiCash existence or the adventure is caused by our experience basically in the transport industry, where the costs has been so high, and we saw ourselves as making a change in the industry. TaxiCash is for the transport industry as well as the taxi industry. So here we are, that's what we are trying to do. The passengers and the service providers will be immensely benefiting because of TaxiCash. What we are trying to do is to reduce the cost by about 13 to 15%, because the passengers pay a lot of money using the credit cards, and the service providers pay about 8% for providing that service. So what we are trying to do is to eliminate the middleman, which is the banks and the credit card industries, and go straight on a peer-to-peer blockchain system by which we take this cost off. So that's what is the advantage for the taxi users or the car users or the bus users and the service providers who provide that service literally. When you invest with us, when you buy our tokens, you are not only looking at the future for using those tokens, but also you are participating in a venture that's going to revolutionize the industry of transport. That's what a blockchain is supposed to do, and that's what you're going to be part of. And mind you, we are looking at a $130 billion industry in which the value of the tokens that we are giving away is 80 million. So you can make the number and you will understand the value of these tokens when you have them in your hand. A lot of the ICOs have a problem legally in that they are classified as securities. TaxiCash is not classified as a security based on strong legal advice that we have obtained. That means it's a token, anyone can purchase it, there is no problem. In addition, we also don't need any whitelisting of personnel. That means you can come in, all you need to do is to give your name, your email address, which country you are from, and you are entitled to buy the tokens. We are not asking anyone because the legal advice that we have is very clear. There is absolutely no need for the Know Your Customer regulations to be applied. TaxiCash is going to be a blockchain-based application. It will be working on mobile units, like for example your iPhones, and it will be just translating the actual fiat currency cost into TaxiCash coins, and within a second of touching the two mobile phones through a QR code, the transaction will be completed. That means on TaxiCash, coins will come off your wallet, passenger's wallet, to the driver's wallet in literally 5 seconds. That means the whole activity will be completed by the time you get off the vehicle, whatever it might be a bus, train, you will be just there, finished, done and dusted. The solution TaxiCash for the payment system based on blockchain has been patented by Chauffeur Live, which is the main base company. Now the reason for the patent is using TaxiCash in an environment of transport is very different to using coins in other applications. For example, we will need to make sure the transaction is completed in very short time, and we are also handling micropayments. When we handle micropayments, the transaction cost has to be very low. In addition, the TaxiCash patent also covers driverless vehicles that are coming in another 3 years' time. So it's a heavily patented solution, and we are very proud of it, and that you will be the owners. Once you become our TaxiCash buyers, you will be getting the benefit of using that patent. TaxiCash patent actually covers driverless cars. Driverless cars are the future of transport. We know buses are driving and trains are all become driverless. Now the beauty in the driverless system is that it runs on GPS technology. TaxiCash with the blockchain technology is going to amalgamate the GPS system into the blockchain system, which is a world first. So we will be the company, not only in Australia, in the whole world, that will be the first to use this combined technology. So it has got absolutely wonderful chance of becoming one of the world's first and the most foremost adventure that we will ever see. We will be partnering with a company called Astar, which is well known in Melbourne, and they are one of the leading ICO specialists. In addition to our own internal specialists, Astar will basically be helping us to develop the whole solution. Now, we are already halfway through the development by using our existing system, which is running. It's a full prototype that's running, but it has got credit card system. So we are halfway there. So we are just working with Astar to make it a blockchain-friendly solution. The schedule for the TaxiCash ICO is going to be 8th of March. So we're going to commence on the 8th of March for 2 weeks, which will be a pre-ICO phase, and then there will be 8 weeks of ICO sale thereafter. The TaxiCash ICO will be by issuance of 100 million TaxiCash tokens. Out of that, 80 million will be issued to the public and 20 million will be retained by the company. For the pre-sale period, there will be a 60% bonus that will be given to early participants. Each token is sold at $1, and the payment methods are going to be using Bitcoin, Ethereum, cash, direct transfer, or using credit cards. We, being an Australian company, we have access to all these facilities. So anyone that wants to invest with us or buy our tokens are able to do with any of these 5 methods. We are not going to ask for KYC requirements. You can do it anonymously as possible if you want to. Cool. We are expecting to raise something between $40 and $50 million. And the purpose of this is not only for TaxiCash, it is also for transport cash, which is the wider picture. So the money would be used first for the TaxiCash, and subsequently it will be expanded to cover the rest of the spectrum of the transport area. TaxiCash tokens can be purchased from our website www.taxicash.io on the commencement of the ICO. When you get into the website, you will be asked to register yourself first, and as I said before, you only need your name, email address, and the country from which you are coming, and then you can purchase them. In your private area, you will see the coins that are already purchased and credited in that area. The minimum token sale is for $100. Maximum, there is no limit. You can purchase anything you want as long as they are available within the 80 million tokens that are on offer. So earlier you get in, the chances are that you will be able to purchase whatever you want. The tokens that we are planning to issue are going to be at the end of the ICO. Now, the reason for that is we have not decided the protocol on which we are going to be using the tokens. So we are considering NEM, Litecoin, Ethereum, and it is more than likely one of them will be used. And that decision is linked to our patent. So there is a time lag for that. So that's the reason we are not issuing the token straight away, but we will definitely be issuing at the end of the ICO. The tokens are expected to be listed at the end of the ICO when we release the tokens to all the participants. And we are also talking to 2 exchanges in Australia, ACX and CoinStation. So we will decide as we go along that we will be using one of them or even both, as well as a couple of overseas exchanges that we are in discussion at the moment. But we certainly will be listing in Australian exchanges for good reasons of the regulations that are there. TaxiCash is generally available for all except participants from United States of America. So any entities from US cannot participate in TaxiCash, but everyone else can. And all you need is to provide your name, email address, and which country are you from, and that's all is needed. We do not need any KYC. We are not going to ask for your identity. We don't have any other restrictions for anyone to participate in TaxiCash ICO. The schedule for the development of TaxiCash is already work in progress. We are working on it, and the first beta version will be released at the end of the ICO. So that will be a rudimentary, just proof of concept version. Thereafter, TaxiCash will be fully developed with ASTA and the protocols that we talked about before, NEM or Litecoin, and we will be getting that up to the end of the year. The full version should be released. In addition, in 2019 commencing, we will be using the TaxiCash development for driverless vehicles and expand to the transport cash, which is the bigger picture. So the funds that we are collecting should be enough for us to get up to that point and make sure we can cover the entire spectrum that we are expecting to cover in this whole venture.